I know you guys have spent some time on job scorecards. And the thing that I have, the part of the job scorecard that folks find most challenging is the measurable outcomes piece. Now that's most challenging. I also think it's most important is how do we measure it? And Richard, to your point, one of the challenges in dealing with a totally remote workforce or a hybrid workforce is we used to look, it used to be very easy, not accurate by any stretch, but very easy to look at someone and say they're here early, they stay late, they're working really hard, and in our mind, that means they're productive. It's bullshit, but in our mind, that means they're productive. That was one way of looking at it. What this challenges us to do, and I think it's a really good challenge, is it challenges us to really understand what does productivity mean. And if I've got someone who is, we're working virtually or we're working hybrid, and if it's all about seeing someone working hard, then the question is, were they really by their desk all day? I have a feeling they went food shopping, and then they did something with the kids, and then they did this. I don't know if they're really working.
The mouse jigglers.
Yeah.
Hey, that bubble's green. I'm working. It says
But
so.
if all you could focus on is looking at how hard someone is working, then you're going to ask those questions. Those are not very helpful questions, and they're always going to be frustrating. But if we are, and I know you can't measure absolutely everything, but if you really work to say, how do we quantify productivity? If you've got a job and you can't quantify what productivity is, then I challenge whether you need that job. I mean, I would be that strong. So it challenges you, A, to measure productivity in a much clearer way. And then that becomes easier, and the accountabilities are a lot more transparent, whether you're in the same office as me or thousands of miles away. The other thing is, what I think this is challenging us to do in a hybrid environment is, I don't think anybody has a sense of what a great hybrid environment looks like yet. We're all, I don't care if you're Google or you guys or Will, who just joined us, who's got a small organization. I don't care who you are. Hybrid work environment is new to all of us. We all need to get way smarter, not just in how you manage folks virtually and understand what productivity is, but let's say you say, we're in office Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we are remote Monday, Friday. If when I go into the office, I'm doing the same stuff I did when I was home, but now I had a 90-minute round trip commute, and I was interrupted a good part of the day, I'm like, I come to the office and I'm less productive. Why are you forcing me to do that? I think we need to get smarter, and we will if we're careful about it. What are those activities where we are way more productive together? And that doesn't mean when we have to meet. Some meetings are fine, like this. We need to be more specific. What are those activities where we are way more productive being together? And let's do those when we're in the office Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And what are those activities where, for the most part, people are way more productive at home, totally focused? I think we've got to start finding ways to track those things. And I actually mentioned on another call yesterday, you guys know who Adam Grant is? Adam Grant is an organizational psychologist. He's written a bunch of wonderful books. And he's got a podcast called Work Life. And
I know who this is, yes.
Yeah, so if you check out his podcast, couldn't have been more than a month or two ago, one of the episodes talks about hybrid workforces, and he goes a little deeper. Truly, I mean, it's not a book, it's a podcast, so he doesn't go that deep, but he goes a little deeper into what we're talking about in what are things that are more productive in your home office, totally focused, versus being in an office with other folks, even to the point of, they made the point, it is not enough to say everybody needs to be in the office 2 hours a week. 2 days a week, you pick which 2 days. If you're gonna say everybody needs to be in the office 2 days a week, there's a pretty good argument to say for everybody, it should be those same 2 days. So you can take advantage, of the group. There's also an argument that says that everybody's on the same schedule. There are people, let's say the CEO decides, and I think for you guys as a leadership team, now, Nikki, I know not you, but the rest of you guys are in the office. So there was an example I came up on the podcast of a CEO, older gentleman, who was not into this whole work from home bullshit, is the way he thought of it. So he was in the office 5 days a week. So there were some kiss-ass employees who said, if the CEO is in the office 5 days a week, I'm going to go to the office 5 days a week. And therefore, the CEO looked at those employees as the dedicated employees, and that's a problem. So this is a whole weird environment that we're all trying to figure out.